Hey there, this is Akshanathan. Welcome to a new video, and in this video we are going to continue with our OpenCV playlist, and we are going to learn a new topic, that is adaptive thresholding. So without wasting more time, let's go to the official documentation of OpenCV. Now, how is adaptive thresholding different from thresholding? So in thresholding, the simple thresholding, what we used to do, we used to define a boundary point, that is in the previous video we defined it at 150. So what is going to happen? The points, the pixels which are below 150 are going to turn black. In thresh binary I'm talking about, and in what the points which were above 150, they are going to turn white, right? So this was the basic concept of thresh binary in simple thresholding. But in adaptive thresholding, we don't define any boundary point. In adaptive thresholding, the threshold is determined by the small region around that pixel on which we are focusing, right? So as you can see over here, it determines threshold for a pixel based on a small region around it. So it is going to consider the neighborhood, and the adaptive threshold method are of two types: the thresh mean and thresh Gaussian. So in the thresh mean, the threshold value is mean of the neighborhood area. So it is going to take the mean of the values of the pixels of the neighborhood area, and we are going to define the neighborhood area size. So that is called a block size, right? So we define the mean of the neighborhood area minus the constant c. So c is just a constant, right? And in thresh Gaussian, it takes the Gaussian weighted sum of the neighborhood values minus the constant c. Okay, so this is the Gaussian weighted sum and this is the mean, and we're not going to dive into much of the mathematics, right? So these are the two types of adaptive thresholding we are going to see. So this was the simple thresholding. So the points which are below 150, below the boundary point, are turned black, and above are turned white in binary. But in adaptive thresholding, first let's write the code and see the magic. Let's go to my coding screen. So import cv2, then image is equal to cv2.imread. I'm going to take sample1.jpg and I'm going to read it in grayscale. Then let's first see the threshold part. So threshold is equal to, and it also takes another parameter which is not useful for us. Threshold image, then my boundary point, then 255, right? So and next the method cv2.thresh binary. So let's first check out this image. cv2 dot just a second, what has happened? Yeah. cv2 dot I am show original, my image will be printed, then cv2 dot I am show threshold, and my threshold will be printed. cv2 dot weight key 0, cv2 dot destroy all windows. Let's run it. So these are my two images. So this is my original image and this is my thresholded image. So what has happened? All the values below 150 are turned black and above are turned white. Okay, now let's see adaptive threshold. Let's comment this out, and I don't need this. I'm going to write adaptive over here. Let's create a variable, that is adaptive thresholding. Adaptive threshold is going to cv2 dot adaptive thresholding. First of all the source, then I'm going to have 255, then I'm going to have the cv2 dot adaptive threshold mean c. We are going to see first of all mean. Then we are going to put the threshold method, that is cv2 dot thresh binary. So here also the values are going to be only two, black or white. Okay, so we are going to use thresh binary method. And the neighborhood size, let's put it 10, and I think it's always odd, let's put it 13. Okay, and then let's put the block size, the constant c value. Now I'm having my adaptive threshold thing. Now let's run it. Okay, it just appeared and went. What's the error? I'm sure. Okay, I forgot to write it. Adaptive. Now let's run it. So as you can see the magic, it's better, right? At least I can see the whole text and with the white background. So it is better than this, right? And in the further videos, we are going to focus on how to remove this small noise. So if this noise is removed, then you are going to be ready with the cam scanner product. Okay, so this is going to become a cam scanner. So if this noise gets removed, right? So yeah, this was my mean C method of adaptive thresholding. Now let's see at Gaussian. Basically, you are not going to see any change right now because it's very hard to determine. But let's run it. So this is my Gaussian. It is way better than uh, that mean C function. But I don't think you are going to see any change, much change. Okay. So these were basically my adaptive thresholding, in which the threshold is decided upon the neighborhood region, not just a fixed value, but a neighborhood region, right? So I hope it is clear to you. So this was only this much for this video, and keep coding, keep innovating, and thank you.